Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today I'll be doing an updated video on how to get your splits. You don't need anything for this video, so let's go ahead and get started. If you're not in a place where you can do this video with me right now, go ahead and add it to your watch later and join me whenever you can. Alright you guys, let's start with our feet a little wider than hip width apart, and I'm going to come all the way down. Hang out here for a second. You can kind of move your hips side to side just to warm up. Once you feel a little comfortable here, take a gentle bend in the knees and stretch the knees. Repeat that a few times just with your hands on the ground. Really deep bend in the knees and straighten. And move the hips side to side again. Try to get that back to be completely flat while we do this. And again, bend the knees and stretch. A few more times like that. Bend the knees and stretch. Last time, bend the knees all the way down and stretch. Last time, flat back, hip side to side. Nice. Next step, you guys, you're going to take your hands and wrap them around your ankles. What I want you to do when we bend, I want you to pull your head in between your legs. And when we stretch, I want you to keep your head where it's at. Repeat like that. Bend the knees, pull the head in between the legs, and keep your head there and stretch. 3 more times. Bend the knees, head between the legs, slowly straighten. Bend the knees, head between the legs, slowly straighten. Nice, you guys. While you're here, move the hips side to side. Try to get that back flat. Nice. Let's lunge it over to the right. First step has been completed. Congratulations, you guys. Next will be our lunges. All right, knee down. Stretch out that hip flexor. This is going to be our stretch to make sure that our back leg is flat on the ground for those splits. So really press your hips all the way down. Press them down. Nice. Now I want you to straighten that front leg and do the opposite. Straighten the front, bend the back, flat back. Repeat again. Let's do a more continuous. Stretching out the hip flexor and stretching out the hamstring. Stretching out the hip flexor, stretching out the hamstring. Do this as fluidly as possible. I like to flex my front foot when I go to the hamstring and lift my chest up when I do the hip flexor. Fluidly go back and forth a couple times here. Really lubricating that hamstring and that hip flexor for your splits. Nice, you guys. Coming up to that lunge again. Up through the center, over to your left side. Left lunge. Knee down. Nice big hip flexor stretch. Really press into the hip flexor. Hips almost like they're gonna touch the ground. Breathe into it, you guys. Nice. Leaning back to the hip flexor stretch. leaning back to the hamstring stretch. Now try to flat back. And back to the hip flexor. We're about to go into our fluid movement where I look up when I stretch out the hip flexor. I flex head down when I stretch the hamstring. Repeat like that. Try to make it fluid and breathe. Nice, you guys. Keep it going. Keep it up. One more time. All right, let's come to sit. And I'm going to bring the left foot in, right foot out. We're going to come up and over, touch the toes all the way over. I'm going to start with my toe pointed, head down, relaxing over. This is our third exercise, flexing, looking up. Flow like that, leaning over and point. Flexing, looking up. Over and point. Flexing, looking up. Breathe with it now. Nice, you guys. Keep it going. Awesome. Let's switch legs, second side. Left foot in front, right foot in. Nice, slow at first, all the way over. Just relax here, point the toe. And flex, look up, nice and gentle. And when you're ready, slowly start to flow with it, pointing the toe, looking down, flexing the toe, looking up. Breathe with it. Few more times. All right, you guys. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and bend the front and extend the back leg. I'm doing my right leg here. First, I'm going to just roll my hips side to side because when you do the splits, you want your hips to be nice and square. So we're practicing that now by just trying to square off the hips. Just rocking so that you can feel that upper hamstring stretching when you square off the hips. And when you're ready, just forward fold, relaxing over, really making sure those hips are square. Breathe into it. And coming up. Sit tall, sit tall. Second side. Nice job, you guys. Just trying to square off those hips. We're about to get into the split. So again, left side, rocking the hips, because ideally we want this hip to come all the way down. Rocking side to side. Feeling that stretch in the upper hip flexor. And when you're ready, folding over. Relax. Coming up, sitting up tall, tall, hip square. All right, shake it out, you guys. Final step is to do the splits. So we're gonna get into it by coming back into the lunge, okay? So come up on your knees, 1 foot forward. And we're gonna slowly from this position, you know how we were doing the hip flexor into the hamstring, come into that hamstring stretch here. I want you to use your hands to really hold you up and guide you down as your foot slowly inches forward. And do not just flop down. I want you to use your hands to hold yourself up. If this is where you're stopped, then hold yourself up here. Otherwise, release the hands, and you got it. I like to also roll side to side, kind of like how I was doing in the last stretch that we were doing, just to get my hips situated nice and square into those splits. And relaxing over. And lifting up. Nice, you guys. I know not everyone's there yet, so I didn't want to do that for too long. Second side, coming up on the knees. And again, go like you're going to lunge it out. Stretch the hamstring. Let me scoot back. And slowly inch it forward. Nice and slow. You can do it when on a more like slippery surface like the wood. You don't have to do it on the mat, so that you can slide a little better. And roll out those hips. Breathe into it, or hold yourself up wherever you're at. Relaxing forward. And bring it up. And you completed the splits. Now I swear, if you save this video and you do it every single day, you will get your splits faster than you could ever imagine. So comment when you get them. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, download our app Yoga Plus for more. And if you want to add me on my personal channel where I teach you guys how to dance, you can add it at Twigs Wrote This. TwigsWroteThis. Thank you.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the Pose Library. Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.